This evac site's getting hit hard. We need to buy him some time, boy.
All call signs. The LZ is under heavy fire. Uncover enemy positions and engage potential targets. They got optics on us. Snipers, RPG teams, and heavy arms fire. All forward. 12 o'clock due west of our position. Negative 2-1 actual. All available air units are currently capped with multiple Casevacs along the patrolman. Proceed west to the target building and provide support. Out.
Everyone, move up! Get out of the field, though! We gotta buy some time for those Casevac birds! Overlord, 2-1 actual. We're speeding west with no adjacent support. Expect that people from BCT-1 to haul ass past us.
Roger. Brigade Combat Team 1 has already peeled off an LAV to provide suppression. Over. Hunter 2-1, this is Overlord. SEAL teams are maneuvering into position on the northwest corner of the target building. Link up with them on the top floor and eliminate enemy fire teams. Over.
All right. BCT-1's LAV has them suppressed. Get ready to move on my mark. Ready! Go! 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 Move up! Move up! Go! Go! Use your grenade launcher! Contact inside our balcony! Move in! Ramirez! Targets on the balconies! Push forward! Move! Move!
Overlord, this is 2-1 actual. Be advised, we're inside and proceeding to the upper floors.
Roger. Overlord copies all.
Doorway, right side! Blue Arrow, contacted, you're 5 o'clock. Tracking target!
Fire team has been suppressed in Section 1 Alpha.
Solid copy, 2-1.
Overlord, this is Hunter 2-1 actual. Proceeding to the mezzanine. Tell the LAV from BCT-1 to hold their fire. Over.
Copy that, 2-1. Good hunting.
Hostile suppressed in Section 2 Echo.
Roger that, 2-1.
Freaking Capitol building, man.
Hunter 2-1, be advised, hostiles on the southwest corner of the 5th floor are hammering the evac site. Over.
Solid copy, Overlord. We are Oscar Mike to the 5th floor. Out. Enemy fire team eliminated in Section 4 Charlie.
Copy that, 2-1.
Overlord, we're on the 5th floor. Proceeding to the southwest corner.
Copy that, 2-1. I got movement.
Watch your sectors. Check those corners. Visual on the enemy's crow's nest at the southwest corner. Move forward and clear it out.
several transports away, but they are still vulnerable. Can you provide support from your position? Over.
Roger that. We're sitting on a stockpile of enemy munitions. We'll dig in and burn through their ammo. Out. Ramirez, get on that sniper rifle. Scan for targets to the south of the Washington Monument.
All call signs on this net. This is the Washington Monument evac site. We're holding our own, but it's last enemies to the west and are taking fire from that direction. Hunter 2-1, be advised you have enemy foot mobiles converging on your position. Stay frosty.
Hostiles in the perimeter! Open fire! Open fire!
Hunter 2-1, recommend you clear out of there. I see a mass of foot mobiles converging on your position.
Negative, negative. I have eyes on enemy armor and helicopters advancing on the evac site from the south and southwest. Ramirez, use some of this ordnance to take out the enemy vehicles. Move!
Site, valuable time. Well done. Now get your ass to the roof ASAP. You're in danger of being overrun.
Roger that. We're heading to the rooftop. Everyone, move out! Time, go! Move up, go, go!
Hunter, this is Dagger 2-1. We are in position at the LZ on the rooftop. What's your status?
Overlord, we've linked up with the CEOs on the rooftop and are heading out. Interrogative. Has the Washington Monument site been evacuated? Over.
Negative 2-1. They're still pinned down by infantry and light armor from the World War II memorial. Doesn't look good from here. Over.
Copy, Overlord. We'll do what we can from the air. Out.
First wave of civilian transports is away. Reaver 2, proceed with second stage evacuation. Litter urgent personnel only. Overlord! Dagger 2-2 is hit, going down!
RPG teams at the World War II memorial. Pull that trigger so they don't get up.
Atlas 2-3, 2-4, and 2-5 are all away. Ground units at LZ-4, fall back now.
Enemy gunship limit on 12 o'clock. War memorial.
Overlord to all units, evacuation order April. I repeat, evacuation order April. Everyone get the hell out of there. Get your head on that transport now! I'm leaving! Run, civilian transport. Incoming, less than 2 miles. Overlord! We're hit but still in the air. We've got a massive cannon right here at the Department of Justice. We're going in. Take us up! If I don't know, take it no time, fight with us!